whether it's about college, your job, money, or life in general, everyone seems to be worried about the future, and rightfully so. Inflation's building up. No one knows what to do because, the future's uncertain. Well, in this video, I'm going to go through 4 main steps that will help you become, unworried about the future and see it as a really good opportunity to make money and feel a lot better about yourself, about the future, and why you should not worry. And if this video helps in the slightest, then please like and subscribe, and let's get into these 4 points. Point number 1, uncertainty. Now, loads of people are uncertain about everything in life. They don't know what's going to happen, and when you talk to adults, they probably don't know what they're doing. They might say, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, but deep down they don't know what they're doing. They're just going along with something that they've done for ages. No one knows what they're doing, not even people that are very, very, very old. Not many people know what they're doing. So it should give you a good understanding that you should not be worrying. You should just go with what happens and not be worried about it. See it as a good thing, because uncertainty could lead to anything. Yes, there's loads of downsides, but there's loads of good sides. It could lead to more or less anything. And like I said, if you think about 5 years ago, what were you doing 5 years ago? You can know what you're going to be doing. You just would have gone for it. But look at yourself now. You're growing, you're learning, you're watching this, and you're doing fine. So God knows what's going to happen in another 5 years. But think about the past. You were uncertain back then, and see how it's turned out now. So just give things time, and things will gradually, improve, hopefully. But like I said, there's no point worrying about the uncertainty because there's nothing you can do about it. So just brace it as it comes and just see what happens. Point number 2, focus on what you can control. Now, obviously, there's a good point looking out into the future, but focus on what you can control. If you're worried about the future, build an emergency fund. That can one day, if something does happen, you've got something to rely back onto. Focus on now, that could build up for the future. So if you're worried about money and stuff, build up a high income skill. So when you're old enough, you can, use the high income skill that you've learned, and that can give you more money then. Learn about things now, so one day in the future, you're better off. So it can help you stop worrying. So say, for example, if you're worried about money, like I said, build up a side hustle maybe. Learn how to clean cars properly. So one day you've got a bit of money there as a foundation. Like I said, have an emergency fund. If you know something bad is going to happen and you don't know what to do, like you're worried about getting into debt, have an emergency fund. So if you have a car one day and the tyre breaks, you've got something there to fall back onto. So like focus on small changes, focus on who you surround yourself with, focus on people that can lift you up physically and mentally. Focus on things that can uplift you, focus on things that will help you for the future. Focus on now, like I said, to boost for the future. Because the earlier you focus on now, the better it comes in the future. That's why it's so important to invest on yourself now. Because the more you focus on yourself now, the better it will become in the future. So that's point number 2. Don't be scared of failure. Now, if you look at loads of people all around the world, they are scared of failing. If they fail 1, 2, 3, or 5 times, they end up giving up, right? If you look at the most successful people in history, they end up sticking with it for ages. They don't give up. They might try 100 times, they might try 200 times, they might try 1,000 times, but they don't give up because they know that if they keep on going, they will get there. It doesn't matter how many times. So don't be scared of failure. Failure is how we learn. We learn from our mistakes. That's why school has brainwashed you. You've probably learned that making mistakes is a bad thing. But you need to understand in the real world, that's where you learn the most. You can read books, you could do this, you could do that. But once you start to understand that failure is really good, and once you get more practical and understand failure is really good, then that's where you learn the most from. So understand that failure is part of learning and embrace it. When you fail, keep on getting up, keep on getting up. Don't just stop at once you failed 5 times. Keep on going until you get there, because you will get there like everyone else. Look at most famous people. If they stopped on the 5th try, they wouldn't have got where they were. They believed in themselves mentally. That's why they got there. So this advice is to understand failure is a thing and embrace it. The future is full of opportunities. Now, don't live on just surviving in the future. Think of it as a way to, open up to those more opportunities. If you want to open up a business, you can have that opportunity. If you want to do real estate, you can have that opportunity. If you want to do real estate, you can have that opportunity. You have to understand everything's out there. So yes, it might look daunting and, uncertain, but see it as a good thing. You can have loads of opportunities out there. If you have a dream, you can make it happen. If you want to work for the Navy or something, you can make it happen. You get in the best shape of your life. You can find that girl you've always wanted. Oh boy. But you can find anyone out there. You can find anything. You can, become an author. You could do this. You could do that. So see it as an opportunity. You can create a family, anything's out there. It's not all about just surviving and, life is that bad because of inflation and everything. You can find a way, and once you find a way, you can have anything. You can literally, as long as you dedicate everything, you can have anything at your service. You can have everything you could ever want. So like I said, see it as, something bad, take it with a grain of salt, but understand at the end of the day, it is an opportunity. Open up and see it as a great thing to come, and look forward to it, because you're so young and everything's out there. So take it and just enjoy it. So what's the message of all this? The message is to understand that yes, the future is scary, but you have to understand that there's loads out there. There's loads of positives about the future. So yes, it's your choice. You could either be scared or look forward to it, okay? There's going to be loads of ups and downs, but take it as a grain of salt. Understand that it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be loads of mixed emotions, but it's your life, so, take it as how you want and make it your life, because I don't want you to be in your deathbed and be like, I wish I did that. Take risks and enjoy yourself. You get to live one life and make it the best you could ever. So you've got no real regrets, just do whatever you want. And if this video helps at all, then please like and subscribe. I appreciate it a lot, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.